What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. So if you are looking to do a shoulder workout, but your shoulders just don't want to cooperate, meaning you go to lift your arms up overhead and they're not really moving that much. They're stuck, they're stiff. You probably experienced it at some point in time, and you usually probably have a warm-up that you do that will kind of counteract that. And a lot of times what people will do is they'll take, like, let's say a jump rope or something, and they'll reach up overhead like this here, right? Kind of move it over to the side this way, move it back this way, just trying to get their arms up overhead and loosen up because it feels just, like I said, stiff. That's not what you want to do. What I'm going to show you today is something that's going to actually work a lot more effectively right away, because you're actually going to work the muscles that are trying to work here to get your arms up overhead. Why? Because what's really stiff is not likely your shoulder joint. Right? What happens is the shoulder joint itself is a ball and socket, and that thing moves pretty good. Unless you have a documented impingement in your shoulder already, a ball and socket is going to move pretty freely. But what is not going to move so freely is going to be your shoulder blades on the back of your body here that contribute heavily to your arm being able to go overhead. We have a scapulohumeral rhythm, which means the humerus itself contributes a portion to getting up to the top, but if your scapula doesn't move at all, if someone were to lock it in place, then it would not get up to the top. Your arm would never get all the way fully overhead, no matter how much mobility you had here in your arm and your shoulder joint itself. You need to have the ability of your shoulder blades to rotate as you lift your arm up to be able to get your arm all the way up and over your head freely. What we're lacking probably is the freeness of that mobility of the shoulder blade. Why? Because posturally we lock it up. We sit with poor posture. We sit down a good portion of the day. Our arms aren't elevated. They're not asked to go up over our head. So those muscles there tend to get short and tight, and they restrict the motion of the shoulder blade. But what we can do is we can use this ball. And there's a very specific reason why we want to use this. Position yourself first and foremost down on the ground. So when you're down on the ground, you take away any of the cheating that you normally would get when you're standing on your feet and you're leaning back trying to fake your arm up to the top. We don't want that. So instead, kneel down here on the ground to take that out of the equation. Put your hand up on the ball, and the focus here is to get a little bit on the bottom side of the ball and then get your elbow in front of your body here. Okay, so the elbow is angled right here in front of your body. It's not to the point where I'm so far forward of my body that the elbow is back. We want the elbow in front of the body here, and I want to basically push through the wrist, right about through here. And by pushing through the wrist, I'm actually getting a little bit of an external rotation here, active external rotation of my shoulder. That is actually activating the muscles that run all over this shoulder blade here and help contribute to some of the stability while we raise our arm up over our head, realizing that it's in a tug of war with the deltoid as we do it. So as I push here and I raise up, I go like this. Okay? I have a very slight push, but I have enough of a push through here, maintaining that forward elbow as we do it. I come to the top. If I need to get a little bit lower, I get a little bit lower on the ball as I get more mobility, and I raise it up. Now, what we're looking for here is that rotation of that right shoulder blade as I lift my arm up over my head. So as I come down, now as it goes up, it's going to rotate this way. The bottom portion is going to rotate out towards the side that way. And up. It's going to do this a lot more easily because we've actually engaged those muscles in the first place to let it help you. Now, after you do about 6 or 7, we switch it right to the front here in the middle. We walk our hands up underneath. Elbows are obviously in the middle or in front of our body now. We come down here, and then we press up. Reach your head through. Just like you would have to do on an overhead press. Reach the head through. Again, I'm pushing through my wrists here. 6 or 7 there. Roll it down this side here. Up and press. Again, working on pushing through the wrist. My hands are kind of dead back here, but the elbow's in front. The fingers aren't pushing. I'm just going through the wrist. One more. Again, I get that external rotation here. And what we've done is we've not just awakened the muscles that support the scapula, but we've also taken the muscles that help to stabilize once our arms are over our head, which are the lower traps, and we've involved them as well. So now when I go to lift my arms up over my head, it's very much effortless, okay, from this position here. So now if I were to go overhead press, it feels a lot better than had I stayed here for 3, 4, 5 minutes trying to do this. No activation from doing this. The proper activation when you use the ball. So guys, try that out. No matter what it is that you're trying to do here, guys, there's always a way to warm yourself up, but you have to do it properly. We do that here with ATHLEAN-X. I'm showing you this little technique here. I guarantee it's gonna work if you give it a try. If you found this helpful, guys, make sure you subscribe to our channel. I make videos like this all the time, obviously. But in the meantime, if you're looking for a program that helps you to get a step-by-step approach to getting yourself ready and then to knock it out in the gym every single workout, we have those all over at ATHLEAN-X.com. All right, guys, I'll see you back here soon.